in 6 games. Josh Smith, perhaps his final home game as a Hawk. Free agent this summer.
Hey, big decision for Atlanta Hawks and big decision for Josh Smith.
And a big throwdown here from Paul George, but he had an ugly game. Just Paul George, just 2 of 10 in the game.
Still looking to find that travel game, taking that great success he's had on the home court and onto the road.
Roy Hibbert, 8 points and 5 boards in the first quarter. The game was tied at 18, and the Hawks struggling to find offense.
Yeah, they are. If you just look at them, the offense seems a little stagnant. You know, driving into the teeth of the pace of defense. Look at them. Just too much stagnant, not moving around, not setting in the screens for anyone. You're not going to beat good teams by playing ISO basketball.
The Hawks had 29 points and shot 24% in the first half. And look at how wide open David West is.
People talk about getting a hand up. You got to at least be in the vicinity.
He is, after all, the 17-foot assassin. And Johan Petro, yikes. Pacers coming back the other way, leading by 3 at this point. Paul George right over Korver, bang.
Hey, at least we've seen 2 of Paul George's 3 field goals in highlight.
And then, look at the hustle right there. Roy Hibbert going down to the floor, calls timeout.
Well, he's been a verbal leader, but the best way to lead is through action, and that's a great example.
Al Horford off. He and Josh Smith were a combined 2 of 13 in the first half. Jeff Teague had another rough night as well.
Yeah, I mean, when your best players get off to such a slow start, it just puts too much pressure on everyone else, and then they start pressing. And again, the Hawks just couldn't get over the hump tonight against the Pacers.
The Hawks missed 17 shots in a row at one point. David West hits the J. Indiana up 37-29 at halftime. And Roy Hibbert in the third quarter got back to work.
Nice to give Roy a little love here. We talked a lot about David West's evening. Look, they beat the Hawks up in the interior, and it wasn't a one-man show. Roy Hibbert came to play as well.
And then Devin Harris has his shot blocked. Indiana up 17, looking to build on the lead. They go to Hibbert, and that's exactly what happens. They're up 19.
Yeah, play this game inside out. One thing, Roy Hibbert, he has improved as this series went on. He started getting deep position, and then you saw an array of moves that he had, spin moves and reverse dunks.
Lance Stevenson spinning on Kyle Korver. Ivan Johnson collides with Roy Hibbert and is called for a technical for the second straight game.
Well, composure's been the one thing that we've noticed in young players this year in the playoffs so far, an inability to keep it.
And look at that. How do you get a straight line drive right through the teeth of the defense?
Unbelievable. You just can't have those type of plays, especially when you was at home struggling, trying to get back in the game. The Hawks just can't afford to give up plays like that.
Wow, and then George Hill left wide open, but the Hawks fight back in the fourth. Devin Harris knocks it away again, gets it back, and here come the Hawks, 69-58, and they keep on coming, Rick.
Well, that was the type of start I'm sure they would have liked to have. It showed up a little late, and unfortunately for the Hawks, not enough in the end.
And then Al Horford right here. It's a 7-point game. Now it's a 5-point game rather. After that mash over Roy Hibbert, 4.5 to go. Al Horford wanted the foul. George Hill on the drive, but he can't hit. But right there, Roy Hibbert, he had answers all night.
Yeah, he did. I mean, that's the one thing. When you give up dribble penetration the way the Hawks did, is you leave your big guys susceptible to giving up offensive rebounds because they go over to block the shots. The guard don't come down and box out, layup.
The Hawks got it down to 3, as you saw. And then right here, David West, Johnny on the spot. The put back good with 2:14 to go. Put the Pacers up by 5. They go on to win 81-73. David West and George Hill each with 21. Roy Hibbert, a double-double, 17 and 11.